Hey, how's it going in the studio? I would like to take a look at the company WeWork and what this company is and what's happening with this company. I'm interested myself. I have seen a lot of people look at some of the business models up there, different opportunities, a lot of changes in the industry, as well as there are some news about this company. WeWork is a company that provides flexible workspace solutions for individuals and businesses. It was founded in 2010, 13 years ago or so, by Adam Neumann, Miguel McKelvey, and Rebekah Neumann. WeWork primary offering is co-working space, so it's perhaps it that's core business, right? So they last time I checked, they were offering number of services, not necessarily limited to just those, which are fully furnished office space that can be rented on a short-term basis, typically by individuals, freelancers, startups, and large companies. So that would be core businesses and some of the services that people can purchase using their services. WeWork quickly expanded and became one of the most well-known companies in co-working industry. With locations in numerous cities around the world, the company aimed to create unique and innovative work environments with amenities such as common areas, networking opportunities, and various services for its members. So it's more flexibility. I personally believe, at least that's how I understand, they're offering more flexibility when it comes to perhaps entering different agreements with the different the property owners within UK. Like, so perhaps it will be more. They can potentially offer more flexibility when it comes to or getting things done, and people can focus on that instead of perhaps getting themselves into these agreements. WeWork business model was based on leasing office space, so it's more like a professional setting, right, compared to living space. Design and customizing it to create modern and collaborative atmosphere, so people can get things done potentially whatever business operations they might be interested in running, and then renting out the company to the companies and or individuals at a premium. Basically, they would rent large buildings and then structure offers based on what would be required for individuals and businesses. The company also introduced various membership levels or tier systems, which allowed members to choose the level of access and amenities as they need. WeWork faced significant challenges and controversy, particularly in 2019, issues related to cooperating with the government, financial stability, and behavior of its co-founder and former CEO Adam Neumann. I don't know what was happening either way. Came under scrutiny, which led to a failed attempt at initial public offering (IPO), so they never really had to launch it. There was a lot of failures and a significant decline in WeWork's valuation. WeWork went through a series of leadership changes, including the departure of Adam Neumann as the CEO and bailout of SoftBank, a major investor. I personally believe that the exit that Adam had at the time, I don't know if this number is accurate, but was okay, I guess. So he was compensated, right? So I personally believe, but he preferred perhaps to sticking with the project, or from what I understand, he have launched a similar project since his know-how and everything what he does is very similar when it comes to area of expertise. Let's take a look at the business model. WeWork business model was built around providing flexible office space solutions. So that's very brief, right? Let's take a look at more detail and how this business function. Let's take a look at WeWork's business model and this business model was built around. Leasing office space. WeWork leased office spaces in various locations, often in prime. Prime is well-dense areas where there were potentially a lot of business activities were taking place in. And by doing that, they could potentially offer a lot of value by taking on long lease contracts and breaking those apart and offer just as you might need, right, on demand leasing solutions that they can offer to small businesses or even freelancers or business owners. Workspace customization. WeWork then design and customize these office spaces to create modern, collaborative, and aesthetically pleasing environments. So feel good environments and building a vibe for people to perhaps becoming more productive when it comes to accomplishing goals. So to say the least, answering emails that were sent to those businesses. And someone said that bringing your dog into your office is sure the business failed. So don't know if they succeed in achieving this milestone, having and letting people bring their dogs in the office. Membership and rental. So either way, how they would structure payment plans, if anything. WeWork offer different membership levels and rental options. Members could choose from hot desks. No, either way. Share workspaces, right? Dedicated desk, private offices, and even the entire floors and buildings. So they have put a lot of work then to think about how they can potentially monetize their business. Because I have read a lot of articles where not necessarily they would take a look at that, they would take a look at, I don't know, people out there doing things, but they would not necessarily. So there was a lot of work and a lot of thought put into how they potentially use that space and optimize that space, sell that space. So they did a lot of work in that area. The space were available for rent on month-to-month basis or long-term basis. So they structured a lot of contracts, perhaps making it more flexible for people to do. I didn't have a chance to do any business with them, but I can understand a lot of opportunities up there, especially entering some of those offices and having that access is very important. Community and networking. WeWork emphasizes the creation of a sense of community among the members. It organizes events, workshops, and network opportunities to foster collaboration and sense of belonging. Amenities and services. WeWork provided various services and amenities, including administrative support, high-speed internet, printing, and the basic amenities that would be required. So, and even free beverage, depending on the location, right? Someone told me that it's not only coffee, right? Which is great. So at least someone did it. And snacks, what's the important thing, right? Let's take a look at valuation of the company. I don't think that is that important, if anything. Uh, let's take a look at valuation, and I'll present it slightly different for people who are interested. WeWork reached a peak valuation of around 47 billion in the private market in 2019. Prior to its planned initial public offering (IPO), the valuation made it one of the most valuable startups in the world at the time. However, concerns about its business model, governance, and financial stability led to a dramatic decline in its valuation. So either way, so the problem, right? Let's focus on that, and let's focus on the fundamentals, right? So problem and the problem that they were thinking about resolving, right? The problem that they could solve for many people. Let's focus on that, right? I'm not entirely sure about all the ins and outs and access to what information I have, but if anything, let's take a look at the problem that this company was looking to solve, right? Having more flexible opportunities out there, which is very important, right? Let me present you with an offer which can potentially receive a similar valuation, right? Everyone needs to have access to cars, right? So if there would be a business right now that would be able to solve this problem, right? So instead of people owning the cars, they could have access to infrastructure or the system that they could ask the car to come to pick them up and take them from point A to point B. If there would be more flexible opportunities out there where people can have outsource everything to some of those cars, what would be evaluation of this company based on what kind of size of the problem that people might be able to solve? It's available to solve right now. It perhaps is hard to solve this problem, but based on how valuable this problem can be for large groups of people, instead of owning cars and how much that can cost, how many of your business right now should focus on perhaps solving this kind of problem, how many companies out there, might be affected by people thinking about instead of owning, instead of they could how many cars they actually need to own, and how that could be addressed with all the pollution issues or whatever thing, and how much this problem can be valued at. So people who can solve this problem can receive even not a higher valuation. But can you solve this problem? That's a better question. There is not a lack of issues that there is up there, right? Perhaps skills, knowledge, expertise, the way how you can organize large groups of people to in solving some of those problems. You might need to reach out to some of those car companies up there who might be able to offer different models up there. So entering different agreements up there. So there's a lot of obstacles there. How you gonna, as well as getting license for your business to operate such operations, scaling between a number of different cities, and then perhaps exiting, exiting this business. Perhaps that's a roadmap that you can set for yourself for years or so, and how you're gonna enter this business, build it up, build a sustainable business model, have IPO. And once IPO, perhaps you, as a founder, you might consider exiting this business, right? So if you can solve this business of card sharing or so to say, where people not necessarily need to own the cars, then you can massively affect existing business, right? So that's a challenges up there. How many business might be going after you, right? So how you gonna protect yourself with all the legal agreements, with the lobbying, with all that jazz, right? So that would be a challenging part, not an idea itself, right? Idea, so there's plenty of ideas. People who can actually execute that, that's a different story, right? So if you would solve that, potentially you at least would generate another, I don't know, 100 million for yourself, depending on the region where you're looking to operate, as well as how sustainable your business model might be, as well as perhaps how hard it might be to enter for other players in the market. So a lot of things, right, when it comes to evaluation of the different businesses out there. But it's something that I myself prefer, so there would be some takeaways there of the videos that I'm making. So I'll point out to those areas where most of the people don't know where to start, what to do, where to begin. So perhaps taking a look at some of those ideas and how you can do that, perhaps would be more creative thinking, if anything. Uh, there's a reasons why there is a reason why I would structure that business or different businesses in a particular way, where sometimes you can operate with a group of I don't know, 5 people, 10 people, right? And sometimes you need to progress from there progress into running a company of 150 people or so, right? There's a reason why it shouldn't be more than 100 people, right? There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of work that needs to put into, as well as then you need to hire HR to manage all the people. So there's so many obstacles there. From the way how you're starting the company, how you're progressing the company, as well as how you're building the company, how you're hiring the people. Sometimes you need to hire 20,000 people, right? So that's a different mindset, different people that would need to be on board when it comes to structuring corporation, right? So instead of launching a business, so it's completely different, right? it's completely different. There's a lot of books out there. I have pointed out to those books previously. Send me a check. I'm very interested in mentioning those books again, right? But either way, so I'm saying is that I understand how to structure those companies and how to solve some of those problems as well. What will be required when it comes to management and roadblocks and how to build all of that. It's completely different mindset that we require, right? So perhaps worth to take a look at that as well. If you're interested in finding out more, I have published a course. Within this course, it's a very fundamental course. I'm sharing a lot of information with the people who are interested in finding out more about fundamentals, where to begin, if you were to look to achieve how to become more productive, more effective when it comes to achieving targets that you might be interested in setting for yourself. If you haven't already, perhaps that's worth taking a look at, and to begin with that. If anything, perhaps it's a good present for a friend, for a family, if it's something that they are interested in when it comes to perhaps holiday season, and how you can progress, as well as, if not yourself, or do something good for others, and it comes to supporting and helping others in achieving their goals, right? Within those 12 different areas, I have highlighted all fundamental areas where people need to begin, where to start, as well as I have done this course in different formats. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Uh, Hopefully, if anything, any takeaways, WeWork and similar companies, hopefully we're going to see more of those large companies out there, as well as doing business and setting up those organizations, those companies, and what will require. So it would be more entrepreneurs, if anything. There shouldn't be less. There should be more people out there taking the ideas and trying to do move and push that ideas into the market and try to get those ideas evaluated and building businesses. There should be more of that if there would be any takeaways. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.